Hey guys, what's going on? So, we're coming back today. We're going to do some work against the cover 2. Nobody really seems to have that much problem with the cover 2, but I'm going to show you some things that will just absolutely chew up the cover 2, and you'll never have to worry about it again. So, without that, without any more delay, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So we come out in the tight offset tight end, as we always do. We're going to come out in the grouping personnel of HB1, because that gives you that extra wide receiver on the field and takes that tight end off the field, because normally the package would be 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And the cool thing about that is, this kind of game hack is that you can now not only use it in that formation, but you can now audible out of anything that has that 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, where that 1 tight end was. Now you will have a wide receiver. They'll even go down in the little tight end stance and everything. So we're going to go to the concept menu here for the defensive play, and we're going to pick cover 2, because that's what we're working against today. Then we're going to go down to random cover 2. So we're going to hit that L1 button, and then that'll set up, and it'll scroll through all of the cover 2s in this particular case, the Detroit Lions playbook. And I picked the Lions because that's the Cowboys' opponent this week, so I'm just going to run some plays against them. So it'll cycle through all of the cover 2s now. And that's important, because if you do that, now you will be fluent in all of cover 2 formations. You won't just be fluent in, like, let's say a 3-4 or a 4-3 or a nickel or a double A gap, you know what I mean, or dollar or quarter, because things that work against that might not work against the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to audible now, as I said, from that gun tight offset tight end. We're going to move over to gun snugs flip, because that is something we can audible into, because that used to be 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end too, even though we got 4 wide receivers on the field. And I've set up my playbook in such a way that it's just the next one over. Like, I cut out all the filler just so I can, well, I mean, that's really how I play, but, it's also good for practice purposes, so I don't got to go that far. You obviously don't have to do it that way, and you really don't even have to run it out of an audible. You can just pick the play directly out of your playbook. But I find this is the smartest way, the strategy. So anyway, gun snugs flip. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that circle receiver. Accidentally hit the wrong button. So now we're going to take that circle receiver, we're going to send him on a streak. So that's what it's going to look like. And then we're going to take the running back, and we're going to run him on that wheel route, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this does to the cover 2 here. So you got circle running wide open in the middle of the field. And he didn't get away that time. He only got to the 40 of the other side of the field. That's about 40 yards, though. And I'm telling you right now, you will hit a home run with that play. If you run it enough, or if the guy, picks the correct cover 2. So that is one option on the play. Now let's go ahead and go through all the options on the play. You have triangle coming open now. On this side, boom, I hit him with a move. I got that first down. And even if I didn't, I was still going to get about 6 yards. So I got about 12. I've gotten as many as 20 on that check down. If you hit him with that move correctly, and the players are in the correct position. Now, you'll get as little as 4 as well, you know what I mean? He gets tackled, but if he's open, he's open. I mean, they're just going to tackle him. Let's see. So we'll go back to that play, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that circle, because sometimes the safety will cheat. I'll see the safety is not cheating to that side right now, so I'm going to throw it to circle, because I don't want to force feed it to somebody, because then you're going to be like, oh, well, it got intercepted. Well, yeah, because, that wasn't the correct option. It wasn't the correct thing to do. So I'm going to look for X to come open, though. That's what I'm primarily looking for. He's not open again, so I'm going to throw the circle again, and this time I'm going to get a touchdown. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. Touchdown. There you go. What'd I tell you? I'm telling you guys, one thing I don't do is I don't lie. Even when I tell the truth. I know that's not how it goes. So anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see if I can get X. I'm just going to force feed him. Screw it. So I had to wait a little too long. I don't like to do that because, I could have got sacked there. But the guy wasn't cheating. The safety's not cheating over. But if he cheats over to circle, X is going to be running wide open, and that's why I did that. And as you can see, I still could do it, but it's a little riskier that way. It's not. You kind of want. Okay, he looks like he's going to come open this time. There he is. So that safety, you make him make that decision, you know? And he still really wasn't even that wide open on that play. But the play works so well, it doesn't really matter whether or not he's wide open or whether he's only open. So, there he goes again. Boom. Look at that. I beat him right off. Oh, that was sweet. That doesn't happen too often. But I just beat him right. I didn't even have to put a move or nothing. It was just the play worked so perfectly that it just, the design beat him. You got him too far to the left. Whew, that was sweet. Okay. So, obviously we're masters of that play by now, right? Okay. So now I'm going to show you, okay, so this little zone read too, and this is without audibling out of formations, right? So this is just that inside zone from the gun tight offset tight end. This works pretty well against the cover 2. It doesn't really work well against anything else. Against the cover 3, you can kind of run to the outside like this. Cover 2 obviously covers it a little bit better because they're more spread out. Cover 3 is not. Cover 3 kind of is like more in the middle. But yeah, I made a poor cut there. Otherwise, I probably could have got 10 yards. But anyway, as you can see, the middle opens up pretty well against the cover 2. And the only thing he's going to really be able to do is move another guy in. Of course, every once in a while, they're going to get off their blocks. There's nothing you can do about that. But as you can see, it allows you a nice little bubble. And if you're a good or skilled Madden player, you can do something with that. But anyway, that's just like a little tidbit. I'm not going to show you too much more on that. That's pretty self-explanatory. But I am going to go to the next play. So gun, snugs, flip. So we're going to show you another play that works against it out of this same formation. So before we were in the wheel switch, now we're going to go down to bench swap. And I love these plays because it only takes one hot route. Look at that. Bam. You took X and you just sent him on that go. And that's it. Now, let's see what happens. Look at X, wide open in the middle of the field. And that's even better because he's like in the middle of the field because it's not Circle that's running on that streak. It's now X that's running on that streak. And it's only one hot route, so it doesn't take very long to... So if you're like in a hurry-up situation and you don't got no timeouts, you can still run that play because look at X, man. Look at him. Woo! Now that I was expecting a touchdown. Let's hot dog it a little bit. Oh, what do you think about that, Golden Tate? Anyway, no, I'm just ripping on Golden Tate. He tore us up last week, or like yesterday, but he went home with that L, so I don't really give a shit about him. And then, let's see. But let me show you some of the other options on this play. Let's check this out. Check this out. So they're very similar to what they already were. So there's triangle. He's a little more wide open, though, as you can see, because that out route that they're running now on that side leaves him a little bit more open. He got about 9.5 yards that time. Should have had 10, but I got a slow guy in that position, and, you know, I didn't do a very good job. But let's see. Let's look at Circle now. Look at Circle coming. Oh. Now, I've tried to force feed it to him. Like I said, I don't like to do that. But I wanted to show you guys there's another option coming. And there most certainly is. Circle will be open. I promise you. He wasn't open on that play. But he wasn't open on that play either. All right, I'm force feeding it to him. But as X was still wide open in the middle of the field. And if you don't believe me, if you didn't catch that, let's go ahead and take a look. So I would have never thrown it to that guy in the first place. Look at X, just wide open in the middle of the field. Look at him, he's getting lonely by himself or whatever. I'm just trying to show you that there's another option on the play. But you would never do that. You would just look at X and be like, okay, I'm going to throw it to X. But we'll see if they leave their assignment. There he goes. Look at that. Boom. So again, that's a one-play touchdown right there. Or one-move touchdown. If you can move that, if you can put a move on that guy, he's in such space by himself. I mean, that's very difficult for that guy, especially if it's a user, and the user decides to pick him because he's the last line of defense, which he's better off just letting the computer make that play because there's so many moves your guy can put in the open field. Oh, terrible throw. But as you can see, he was open. And the last thing on that play is the little check down to the running back. That one it's probably the worst option on the play. But let's say you're not looking at triangle, so you never look to the left side of the field. You're only looking at X or something like that, and he covers X, and the linebacker stays with Circle a little too long. Maybe you might have an option here on on R1. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, why'd he spin so slow? Whatever, that was gross. But as you can see, the play totally chews up cover 2. I'm not going to waste any more time on it. It's self-explanatory. Go start throwing touchdowns against the cover 2. Hit that like, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to put out some more content. I'm going to put out some gameplay next time so you guys can, you know, so I can get a little more street cred. I put out some of me beating the #1 player, but that was from last year. And you guys, you know, I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but check it out if you haven't. Like I said, this stuff is for real. It's not like I'm putting it on rookie. This is on all pro, just the same way that you would play, same default way you would play any online game. I usually don't play Madden Ultimate Team. I don't really like Madden Ultimate Team because you can buy a team. I kind of just play with, you know, the regular players. Look at that move. That's beautiful. So, like I said, I'm going to put out some gameplay. I beat somebody like 28-0 or something like that before the half, and then I beat somebody else. They quit at like 7-0 because they couldn't do anything against my defense. But I'm not really even a good defensive player, but let me tell you something. It's been working. And now, from now on, I'm going to start putting out a lot more goal line stuff as well. Keep an eye out for that because scoring on the goal line is definitely harder than scoring or moving the ball between the 20s, just like in real life. So, all right, guys, I'll see you next time, man. I appreciate it.